Hi, I'm Stephen Lindstedt, and I wanted to share with you today how I use the quantum healing codes in the context of a session. And when I'm talking about session, I'm referring to Scalar Heart Connection. Well, first we need to understand what is Scalar Heart Connection. And Scalar Heart Connection is a tool, it's a process that allows us to tap into the scalar field of unlimited potentiality that we find within our heart. And therefore, the tool allows us to ask our heart to help give us guidance into any problem that we might be having. So, problems could be the way we think about something or the emotional response to a problem. It can be on the level of anxiety or some other emotional upset. And I find that these emotions and these negative ways of thinking about things are really vibrations. The thoughts and emotions have their own unique vibration. And so I was looking for a modality that could help shift these negative emotions or these out of balanced emotions into something more positive and life enhancing. And that's when I came upon a book by Leonard Horowitz, who is describing the work of Joseph Puleo, who had found these certain solfeggio notes within what was known as the hymn to St. John the Baptist. And then later, I found that these quantum healing codes, or these codes, I call them quantum healing codes, but they're basically Joseph Puleo's solfeggio notes. I found that these notes also had golden mean properties. And within the harmonics, you could create certain geometries. So in addition to the geometry properties, I found that the codes themselves, when converted to a wavelength, also showed the colors of the chakras. And that gave me the idea to explore further how these codes could help benefit and could help perhaps align the chakras. So I will like to show you how that works right now. And here we have the quantum healing codes. The quantum healing codes, when you look at them as a wavelength, when you convert them to terahertz, we find that they also reflect the different colors of the chakras. The heart chakra, being in the center, is the color green, and it also has the geometry of the Star of David or the twin tetrahedral triangle that fits nicely inside Metatron's cube. And here we have the different codes and how they line up with the various chakras. I also found that the codes, when you just look at the frequencies themselves and you treat them as a length, that 417, for example, with 639 and 741, come together to form this nice right triangle. And that right triangle can be placed nicely within this hexagon, and it fits there 12 times. And that's significant because you can see these 12 circles around Metatron's cube forms the different houses of the zodiac. And so we have not only the houses and the personality properties of the houses, both the positive ones and the not so positive ones, but we also have the attributes of the various chakras. And within this, we can look at each quantum healing code as referring to a different house. So 3 would represent the lower mind of Gemini, with 9 being the expansive house of Sagittarius, with the higher mind of Virgo. And these come together to form what I refer to as a quantum healing code archetypal pattern. And within the program of Scalar Heart Connection, it really just gives us deeper insight to perhaps what the archetypal pattern or lesson is that our heart is trying to show us. There's more information in terms of the geometry and how this all comes together in the book Quantum Healing Codes. It's available at Amazon as a paperback, and you can download a PDF version on scalarheartconnection.com. Essentially, in the book, I show how to use the different codes that you can choose a code on your own without the program by basically just feeling into what is the negative attribute that you're feeling. For example, 417 would relate to cravings or anxiety. Maybe you wake up in the morning and you're just like particularly anxious, or you're worried, or you're angry about something. Well, just listen to that note for a minute or 3 minutes and see if that doesn't help balance you. You could even just breathe in the positive feeling of being ambitious or focused and being, having passion. And that applies to all of the codes. The next page also goes into the chords. So these chords come together, as we saw in the geometry, to form an even more powerful aspect of what it is we're trying to achieve. The Ask Your Heart is the most convenient way of applying the codes because the codes are built into the app. So you can just simply ask the app, ask your heart about a problem that you're having, and it will show you what that positive statement is, the positive attribute coming from the zodiac house or from the chakra, and it will provide you with the exact code that you need to listen to. And it's available on the iPhone store, and also if you have an Android, it's on Google Play. You will also find on both Amazon and Scalar Heart Connection a download of all 22 of those codes so that you can have them with you in your phone at all times. More information, not only about the quantum healing codes, but about the process of Scalar Heart Connection itself, is available in the book called Scalar Heart Connection, also available on Amazon and scalarheartconnection.com. Well, I hope that helps give you more insight into how I look at the quantum healing codes, how I apply the quantum healing codes. It's something that is very simple to do, and you can do it for yourself, but you can also help others with it. That's why I teach an online course, so that if you're interested in being a practitioner, then you can go into this more deeply and help not only your family and friends and children love the process, and you can even help your pets. Thank you, and always follow your heart.